Checky, check, check, check. Mic check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's going on there?
Good morning.
I can hear myself. I could hear myself. That's not good. Hang on, let me put the chatterbox up. How is everybody? Am I working? Hello. I think I am. I think we're live. I can see Denton and Squirrel in the chatterbox there. Good evening, troops. How are you? Or good afternoon where you are, I think. Welcome back to the live stream. Power Hour. Couple of things to talk about, actually. Someone just give me a thumbs up in the old chatterbox if you're getting me loud and clear. Can you hear me now, Patrick? Because I'm not sure. I had a bit of a feedback issue there. I'm sure everything's all right. I've not done anything different. I've not touched the tech. So I'm sure we are doing okay. Cheers. I'm having a cup of tea tonight. No beer there. Right. Are we streaming? I think we are. Stick that on the old record. So, how are we doing, troops? AMC currently at 193.50 there or thereabouts. AMC, oh my gosh, what a day. We know what's done this, the news. We'll talk about the news and we'll see where we get to. So, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you've all had a good day. I have. The weather's been glorious here, so I've been really fortunate. Been outside a little bit. And then watching these, I did do some watching and some reading for Lotus. So when Lotus pops up, I've got some information for what it's worth, and we'll see how we get on into the close. But look at AMC, and I know why this has happened, because basically there's been CNBC, everybody's favourite non-biased financial website and broadcaster. So the stock, the 500 million additional shares. I don't know why this has come out today, because it's old news. It's old news. We knew this weeks ago, and it's not that the stock is going to go straight to the market. It's so that they've got the option to issue 500 million new shares. Dilution is something we care about, but I will say we are formally asking approval from our shareholders. So there's going to be a vote, first of all. The shareholders have to vote to agree. And after that, it's not clear if and when they will release those shares. Even if they'll go on to the market, they might not. They might go straight to a private investor. I don't know, but what I do know is this is old news. So I'm a little bit unconvinced as to why this is happening. It seems strange that they're putting out old news. Really. There must be something behind it. I understand, like, they can use it to clear debt and stuff like that, but why now? Why are you putting this out now? I mean, when's the vote? I think it's is it in here? Is it in April sometime this month? I can't remember, but I know it's coming up, because I wrote to my broker and I said, when do I get the voting form and all that sort of stuff? And they said, oh, you don't, because you're based in the UK and it's an American stock, so you can't vote. Oh, that's nice. So my 400 and what have I got here? 62. I've got 402. My 464 shares count for nothing. Diddly squat, I can't vote. So they'll probably, I think what they might do is they might just, I think they use those as a like automatically you're voting in favour. So I apologise for that, but there's not really much I can do. So Clovis, look at that, it's almost the same as AMC. Clovis has took a bit of a dive, but we're still over the $7 mark, which is nice. It's not done the fund much good, has it? What are we? 170 pounds down, $7.20 in the green. May the 4th. Thanks, Jose. May the 4th. I knew it was soon, so it's about a month away. But I can't understand why they're releasing that news again. Everybody knows, and it's for me that's already priced in. So it's a bit strange. I don't really know. Anyway, a quick look at GameStop. Not looking too shabby. We called that this morning when we were looking in the first hour. I put that trend line, that descending level of resistance, and I said it might use this support line as its compression, and it has. It used it, look, and it's popped up. That was quite nice. Again, I'm not sure what the cause of that was. Probably my lines on my chart. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching what we're doing on here, troops. So, anyway, we're back up now, 192 to 195 kind of area. We've got that resistance there. We've tested it a few times. But, we're back in a channel, trading sideways. Never a bad thing. Don't think it's a bad thing. It could always be going down. That's my philosophy. So, pretty positive for GameStop today. We're up 1.73% overall, there or thereabouts. YouTube challenge. Mixed market, you see. Quite a bit of red on there today. So you take it in the context. So yeah. Denton, some people sold, but volume is still so low. Yeah, you see, my theory on that is that's false selling. That's just hedge funds throwing shares at each other. Look, that's nothing. What is it, shares wise? Total. Nothing. I mean, down there, what's that? 18,000 shares. So that to me is just that's just hedge funds saying to me, to you. And they're just walking it down. That's not retail selling, I don't think. Not in my opinion. This is more like normal trading here. That's not. That's not. That's not somebody. As a person sat here like me, yeah, you're not going to be sat there this morning going, well, I'm holding my shares here, but here I'm going to sell them. So I just don't buy into it. I don't. But this is pure manipulation as far as I'm concerned. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I watched the video with Andrew Mo Money and that guy A Tobit, who's done the due diligence on Reddit and the where's the Discord thing? The video was the Everything Short, and I want to wait for Lotus to get here because it was them that asked the question for me to look into it. So, but has anybody seen that? Everybody seen that video? Jesus, I tell you what, that guy A Tobit. I mean, the guy's got a master's degree in accounting, and I thought when I started watching it, I thought, hang on a minute, this is quite tough to follow. And then later on in the video, he reveals that he's got a master's degree in accounting, and you're just like, no wonder he's on a different level. I struggle to count Skittles. Never mind keep up with somebody who's got a master's in accounting. But it is what it is. And what did you make of it, Denton? You've watched it. What did you make of it? It's tough, man. I had to keep going back and scrolling back through it and listening to things over and over again. Really, really heavy. But these are some. I mean, this is why. This is why I rely on these people. They're doing stuff and looking into things that I wouldn't even know where to begin. And they're explaining it in a way which is just about believable, just about understandable. So it's just like, wow. There's some brains doing all this due diligence, that's for sure. Here we go. It's getting walked down. Look, I put these additional lines in earlier where some support is. So, but you've got to wonder. And I said on a stream, I can't remember when it was. It might have been towards the beginning of the week. Maybe people can remember. I was asked which is do I think they're both going to squeeze? And I said they've both got potential, and this isn't bashing AMC. I've got a position, so don't think I'm bashing AMC. But I've said I think GME's got more potential than AMC has, just on the number of shares. And then when you see, I think between now and that vote in May is crucial. If it stays like this and it keeps getting walked down, I think people are going to start getting a little bit nervous before that vote comes in May. I think that might paper hand quite a few people. If it's not done anything by then, people might start to think, there's going to be 500 million more shares available, and that's going to help the hedge funds out, and the price is going to drop. So that might maybe that's what the hedge funds are doing. Look, we've got enough capital to see us through until that vote. That's potentially what could be happening. But we'll see. But this is it's like what do they call it? The death of 1,000 cuts. When you get paper cuts, it was an old torture method, and they'd just do paper cuts all over you, and you'd slowly bleed to death. That's what this is. That's what this is like. Obviously, it's not. It's not like torture in the literal sense, but look at that over a daily period. And I said this morning, we get back up over this 980, back up over $10, and sit in that channel, and we should be okay. So I'm quite disheartened to see it fall out of that channel. But let's see, who knows what we're going to get in the next 50 minutes, really. Who knows? Nobody knows. Squirrel, I'm glad I get a 3-day weekend from these stocks. Do you know what? You're not wrong. I mean, look at this. Massively oversold, right? So where's the buyers then? It's just, it's not... I just don't believe that correlates to this and the volume. It's so... It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't even look right. But yeah, I think AMC is going to be the slow burner of the two. Now I've said that, probably take off. But let's see. What's GameStop doing? See, as long as we stay here, it's up. It's up 1.3%. So, and after listening to that guy on Andrew's show, actually, I'm even more convinced. As if I needed any more convincing. I've put money into it. That's how convinced I am. But as if I needed any more convincing, that guy convinced me a little bit more. Really, really clever people. Anyway, what's everyone been up to? What's everyone been doing? I've just seen another trend line forming. So we'll mark it and we'll see. We'll see what we can do. It's just broken it. Look at that. Good timing, Mark. Put your charting away. Put your charting down, Mark. HMJU. So Lotus was on earlier. Not here at the moment, I don't think. But was asking about HMJU two times daily bull ETF, and I thought I'd never heard that before. Anyway, I found this, and I read about it, and it's quite interesting actually. The Beta Pro Marijuana Company's 2 times daily bull ETF is the world's first ETF designed to provide 2 times the daily exposure of the North American marijuana sector. HMJU seeks daily investment results before fees, blah, 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 to correspond to 2 times 200% the daily performance of the North American Marijuana Index, NTR. So it's a highly leveraging ETF, so quite risky. Think Archegos, whatever it is. They were using leverage, and that's what caught them out. Because basically, you're trading on credit. You've got a stock for $100. You don't buy it for $100. You put $10 in, and you leverage in the other 90. So if it goes wrong, you're still liable for the 90. So it's quite risky. But that's what I found on that. Might be useful for somebody. AMC hit pieces. See, we're coming back down again. Let's see if we hold that support there at 191. 191. What's Microvision doing? Where are we? See, that's down. 17%? My gosh. Yeah, we put the fibs on, didn't we? So it broke there. That's where we left it this morning, 50%, and it's broke that. It's broke the 61.8, and that's kind of where it's trading now, 76.4. So that's not a good. It's not a positive pullback. I mean, it's not terrible, but you'd like to see it, maintain here and then kick on from here, really. Or consolidate a bit here, but it didn't even consolidate. It just fell straight through. Tried to consolidate a little bit, and now it's consolidating there. So, but I would have liked to have seen it in this area. Maybe this, consolidating here and then getting ready for another move up. But it is what it is. It is what it is, troops. We can't win them all. AMC down $1. Down $1. Still going. It's on the next level of. Wow, that's. I've not got another support line drawn yet. Let's have a look. Let's put another one in because we might be heading there. We might be heading there soon, troops. Got one there. What's that? 905. We'll put one in there. There or thereabouts. $9.05 is the next level. Let's see. See what we can do. Back on the 1 minute. So we've broke that one at 9:20, 9:21. And we'll see. But look, that's not people like you and me sitting here saying, that's it, I'm done. It's not. I don't believe it. You might have had some stop losses at 950, maybe. Maybe some at 920. Well, I guess the let's put the Stonko tracker on. Has everybody seen this? I think you have. Stonko tracker. There we go. SSR's on. Trigger price 919. So SSR's on. So we'll get that on Monday as well. But even still, you know, you would. There's just been no. I guess if I'm concerned at all, there's not been any real recovery today. Whereas previous days, we've dropped, but then we've recovered a little bit. We've dropped, but then we've recovered a little bit. You know, we've dropped and then we've recovered. Whereas today, we've dropped and then we've just kept dropping. And look at the difference between today and the previous days. So when I'm looking for patterns, that's what I'm looking for. What have the previous days done? So today, it tells me that today is completely different trading wise to what it has been other days. And that's stating the obvious. I know it is. But if you're not looking at it, you know, as we keep saying, with you know, a wide-eyed and a bigger picture view, you don't see these things. You just see today, and you think that's it, it's done. But I'm not saying it's done. I'm just demonstrating the changing pattern, which there's a reason for it. So, you know, what is that reason? And I don't believe it's that news. I don't believe it's that CNBC and Motley Fool article. I really don't, because that's old news. We know that. And when you've been doing this long enough, you know, like if something is regurgitated, it's regurgitated for a reason. Somebody's regurgitated that news today for a reason, you know, and the CEO's done an interview. Absolutely no reason for him to mention that today, none whatsoever. And he knows that what he says affects the share price. So I've got to be, you know, I think about that, and I think, well, has he got an ulterior motive? I listened to the earnings call, and I thought he was really sincere, and I thought he came across as, you know, genuinely, you know, excited for the company and this, that, and the other. But I don't know. Again, we talk about complacency and these people who sit in these positions who get complacent. And does he really care about you and me? Does he really care about retail shareholders? No, he doesn't. He cares about the banks who are lending him the money, who are knocking on the door saying you're nearly due. You know, he knows that we're not going to do that. He knows that we're not going to, you know, send him a letter saying, hey, it's time to start paying back. So his priority is a little bit different, because yeah, we'll get annoyed if the price tanks, people, and there's no squeeze. People are going to get annoyed, of course they are. Of course they are, but he knows that will blow over, and this time next year it'll be a forgotten story. You know, so it'll be a forgotten story for those that, you know, in the banks and him and this, that, and the other. For us, it won't be a forgotten story. It's a lifetime event. People have invested not only their money but their time into this as well. So I often wonder why people regurgitate things. Why has he mentioned that today? There was no reason to. So we'll see. Right, quick look at the I Better Player. Welcome back, mate. How are you? Adam Aparicio, I hope I've said that name correctly, my friend. Saw your video on Trey, Andrew and Bruce and liked it and gave you a sub. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Genuinely, I do. It's a video which has generated a lot of interest. and a lot of subscribers and a lot of comments, which is great. You know, there are some people that have taken it the wrong way. I don't know why. It's just my opinion. But I guess, you know, they've got their favourites and whatnot. But no, I appreciate that, Adam. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. I didn't expect it to get the amount of views that it's got. Nearly 10,000 views now, which is, you know, phenomenal. And, you know, like I've said on other streams, I still watch all three channels, you know, because I wouldn't have seen a Tobit interview without, that was put in the Discord earlier, but, you know, I still watch Andrew sometimes because he does have these people on doing, you know, going through their due diligence. He's had Warden Elite on there. He's had Hey It's Pixel Josh on there. He's had Rensol on there. These are all the moderators and the due diligence people from the Reddit subreddit forum. So and then he had that A Tobit guy on. So he does have some good people on there. And Bruce, he shares his experiences. I was listening to him a bit this morning actually, and I noticed for the first 30 minutes or so he was talking about how he's being approached by management companies and he's thinking about doing a tour around America to go and meet his YouTube fans, and there's too much work for him in it now. He needs somebody to help manage, and there's content management companies that want to do his filming and all that sort of stuff. So, Bruce, he's retired. He's having a giggle with it, and fair play to him. I don't begrudge anyone anything. Fair play to them all. So, but that video, it did generate some interest. So welcome. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We do look at charting mostly. I rely a lot on, and I don't hide this fact, I rely a lot on other people's due diligence for these two stocks in particular. We're not just about these two stocks, we do look at other stocks as well. So yeah, a little bit about the channel, what we do here. I'm glad to have you along. Right. A better player, I think they've been wearing out paper hands. Yep, like I said, death from 1,000 cuts. Squirrel, Ethereum looking strong today. It is. Where's my Ethereum position? Where is it? I've got it on eToro. So it's not. I've not got it on this platform. I've got it on eToro. 9.2% up. I am, after being down for I can't remember how long. So Ethereum has done me well. I might cash out actually because I'm not. I've been waiting for it to go green. And I might just. I've not got a lot. I've got 1.13. So I might cash out because I think I could put that to use elsewhere. I could buy some more GME, for example. That gets me a few more GME. But yeah, we'll see. I'll see how it goes. And see what it's like at the well, it doesn't close, does it? But I mean the close of the regular market. Before I go to bed, I'll see what the price is. So, Squirrel, AMC, a better player. Some people jumped in hoping it would rip and squeeze right away. Absolutely right. It is a long game. And that's why for these two particular stocks, you've got to be able to put it in and it's difficult because you're in it and you live in it every day and you know that potential's there. And of course, nobody wants to miss it. Nobody wants to be the guy or the girl who wakes up one day and it's peaked and troughed again and you've missed it. So people are looking every day. And like I said, when you see this sideways, down, if you're not experienced, it's easy to get discouraged by it. It's easy. So I've put in what I'm happy just to leave there, and like people keep saying, if it takes a day, a week, a month, a year, 10 years, well, not 10 years, I'd like to enjoy the fruits of it a little bit. So let's not push it out to 10 years, but I've got time. I've got some time. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Man, Power Hour, AMC guy took a bonus while his employees were struggling. That's the problem, you see, and that's what we talked about earlier about when once you get to a certain level. We mentioned the guy from Citadel. You get to a certain level, you lose touch. You lose touch of the sentiment of people, and that's really, really important to maintain. So he took his bonus. He probably thought, you know what, I've done my job. Company's doing well. It's making more than it's spending. What's the problem? But it's because employees are struggling. They're not getting a pay rise. They don't take home billions, millions of dollars a year in bonuses. So you just lose a touch of reality, and that's the sad thing about it. Because he was probably once a very humble guy, and he maybe still is. But his words today have caused this. I honestly believe that, and it might be wrong, but that's what I believe. What he said in that interview has caused this today. It's given the hedge funds a little bit of a motivation, as if they needed it. It's given them an incentive to keep doing what they're doing. And when you're wiping nearly $1 off the stock in a day, 10%. For them, that's, for those that have shorted it, that's a win for them. Every cent that it drops, it's a win for them, and a little bit of a kick in the ghoulies for us. So that's my opinion on it. And here endeth today's lesson. That's my lecture over anyway. Let's go and have a look at GameStocks. It's a little bit more interesting. There's a little bit going on. We've broke that trend line. But we're staying in this channel, which is okay. It's not too bad. Can we adjust that a little bit? Do we get... it's not the best, is it? We'll take that off until we can get a more definitive trend. But we're in this channel, which is good considering... look at the swing today, down at 183 something. What was it? Yeah, 183.60. Up to 196. So, people say you shouldn't day trade, but there are people day trading this, and there are people that will have bought there and will have sold there. That's what they want to do. Fair play to them. We don't hold anything against anybody at this channel. Everybody is welcome. What's everybody doing for Easter? I'm on my own. I'm gonna go tomorrow and buy myself an Easter egg, because my son's with his mum this weekend. That's fair enough, no problem. I'll see him on Monday. So I'm gonna go and buy myself an Easter egg and treat myself. Treat myself to some chocolate. I'm going to go out cycling. The weather looks nice, so I'm going to go out cycling. Cadbury's cream eggs. Do you get those in America? Samuel, welcome, sir. Does IG allow you actually hold the underlying asset share? Thought it was only CFDs. But this is just for the YouTube challenge here. The bulk of my AMC shares are in Hargreaves Lansdown, where you get the asset. You actually hold the shares. So I bought these just as part of the YouTube challenge. I was in a little bit hasty. We got in. I actually averaged down as well. So, this fund is it's because I explained it previously, but everybody's seen the videos where I turned X amount into a bigger X amount. So I thought I'd give it a try and do it as like a real life, the reality of it, because I'm sure people watch those videos and they kind of get suckered into it and they think, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put £500 in or whatever, and I'm just going to go and buy some shares and watch it change into, £5,000 or whatever. So this really is the reality. And to be honest, I probably shouldn't have bought as many AMC as I did because I am holding elsewhere. But I did. I got caught up in the moment. So it is what it is. And now I'm reluctant to sell. So I'm just going to hold them and see what happens. I don't want to top this up anymore. But if I have to, I will put a little bit more in there. I'm trying not to. Maybe Clovis will save me. Probably not. But that's that again. This is the reality, and this is what I want people to see: the reality of it. Especially for those that think it's easy to do day trading, because it's not. It's actually hard work, sitting and looking at charts every day and trying to find an entry and an exit point and stick to your strategy, dealing with all the emotional side of it as well. It's not easy. You've got to be so disciplined, and so sure of what your objectives are, and not be pushed off them easily. So I mean, Clovis is a longer term hold anyway. For me, it always has been. I've bought and sold it quite a lot, but on this particular challenge, this is to show people the growth of a stock over a year. So I won't sell these until next March, when it's the 1 year anniversary. So that'll be that, and then once the AMC thing's done, that money will be put back in then to buy more stocks. And what I plan to do is do some long-term trading. I might buy some crypto. I'm not sure if I can buy it on IG. I've not really checked it out, but we'll have a look, see if we can buy some crypto and leave some of that in there. And then some day trading where we just sit and we look for scalps and we try and get in and get out and make a few quid along the way. So that's the plan, really. But plans don't always go to plan. So at the moment, we're not going to plan. We're £176 down, but we've only been going for a few weeks. So there you go. Morning, Stephen. How are you? It's better that AMC CEO dropped the news on Thursday rather than a Monday at 9:30 a.m. Overreaction. Hold. Yeah, I was talking about this, Stephen. I can't understand why he's mentioned it at all, to be honest, because it's old news. It came out at the earnings call. So I wonder what the motive is, but I've discussed that already, so I don't want to keep going over it. But I know what you're saying. Give it time to die down over the long weekend. Maybe he's worried that it's not going to get voted through, and he's trying to put a spin on it that it's already guaranteed, so that either people don't vote or they think, oh well, I might as well just vote there, vote in favour. But we'll see. May the 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. So interesting times, and I think, if I'm right, we're just coming into the point now where at any time GME, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think at any time now, GME can recall shares, I think, or the lenders can start to recall shares. I think it, because isn't there a 60-day period before the shareholder meeting? It can't be before 60 days, and I think that's started now, or it'll start imminently. Starts imminently. So that's interesting as well. That's one thing to look out for. And I like the fact that they're putting out news about people being appointed. So we'll see what comes of that as well. I like it. I like it that they're drip feeding and they're not just putting it all out in a wanna. Because if you put all your news out in a wanna, it's one hit. And yeah, sure, your price will go up, but then it could settle back down again, or it would settle back down again. If you drip feeding, it's like, so say you're going to appoint 8 new directors, which I think they're going to do. I think that's what the number is. If you put them all out, there's the 8 names. It's like one catalyst. But if you do it over a protracted period, it's like 8 individual catalysts. So, and I'm sure, again, I keep saying, of course they've thought about this. They're a lot smarter than I am. But that, I hope that's what they're doing. But they seem to have best intentions, really. GME. I think for me, the way that they are doing things from a publicity perspective is a little bit okay. So the earnings call, that was an outgoing CEO who had no interest whatsoever, and he did the absolute minimum that he needed to do. He's obviously not a happy chappy, but so what? And I read actually that the only reason he's still there now. Whoa! Look at that. Right, who sold? Who was it? You see, that's just. I mean, again, we were looking at it this morning, and you've got to ask yourself, where's the SEC and people like that looking at this? Do they actually look at stuff like this, or do they just, it's just whatever. It is what it is. It's the market. But that's ridiculous. It's going to keep. I think it's going to keep going as well. I think they're going to pull it down here somewhere. We'll see. I'm going to put there's a bit there, and then we'll put another one there, just in case. That's what annoys me. And the thing is, if you're watching that, like if you've just got into these stocks just because of the media and the chatter around them, if you're not experienced and you sit here and you watch that, you no wonder people are paper-handed, if you like. Exactly, Samuel. Exactly. Nasty drop. I better play it. Yeah, trying to get the puts in the money. Of course they are. They're doing whatever they can. Let's watch. It's going to be interesting. What we got? 20 minutes till the close. 20 minutes till the close. So, do weekly options expire today, don't they, as well? Denton, 11.75. I need this one to pop. I think we all do, mate. What's happening? We've recovered back up again. We tested that support there. We've bounced back up a little bit. Bobby, how are you doing, sir? Nice to see you back. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants them to pop, don't they? Bobby, I don't actually. Options is not something I've got involved in, and to be honest, I'm gonna do a bit of reading about them. I just want to be sure of the. I just want to be sure of the risks. Because again, I've said previously, I don't believe in spreading yourself too much. I try not to have, okay, this isn't my only portfolio. This is just for the YouTube challenge. But on my other accounts, I don't have many open positions because you can get lost in it all. And I think if you're trying to do shares and a bit of day trading and you're doing options as well, you can spread yourself too thin, and that's when people get burnt. So I think for me, if I was going to do options, I think I would stop doing the day trading and the mid to longer term trading. To be honest, I'd stop buying the shares and I'd go buying the options. And it's simply because I don't understand it. There you go. We've tested down there. Look, I said we'd come back down here. So we'll see where we go into the close. What's the... It's bar chart, isn't it? Bar chart. There we go. Let's have a look and see what the... Let's see what the options is looking like. Options prices. It's that column, isn't it? Open interest. Mm-hmm. 12.21 at 190. So they're gonna try and keep it below 190, aren't they? Yeah, which they're doing. That's where the fight is at the moment. That's where the fight is at the moment. You're going to buy a bike. What, a push bike, Bobby? A push bike, we call it. A bicycle. Stephen, do you do options then, Stephen? Are you trading them? Because I'm happy to hear people's experiences and try and understand it a little bit more. But I think what I would need to do is I'd need to have like a call with somebody just to try and understand it a little bit more. Because you can read about it, of course you can, but it's not the same as getting somebody's first-hand experience of it. Like a mentor, if you like, a tutor. A bicycle for the road. Good man, Bobby. I'm hoping to get out on mine. Do you know what? To be honest, I should have been out today because it was over 20 degrees today. And for our friends across the pond, that's really warm. 20 degrees C in March, at beginning of April, is quite warm. So, I should have been out today, but I opted for a run instead. One, because I was feeling a little bit delicate this morning after the celebratory beers last night. So I didn't want to be doing 40, 50 miles on the push bike really. So, but I'm hoping to get out this weekend. There you go. We're pushing for that 190 mark, look. So, right, let me understand this then. So I understand a call contract. So you can buy one contract which contains 100 shares, okay? I understand that much. And you pay, so say it's 100 shares and you would pay a premium, let's say 10 cents per share. So you would pay what's that? $10. You pay $10 for that contract, right? This is how I understand it. And then if those shares, so let's say the strike price is $5, you would pay $10 to buy that contract. And then if they finish at or over $5, you have the option but not the obligation to buy those shares, which means you would have to pay £500, but then they could be worth £700 if they're at $7 a share at the time those options expire. Is that correct? That's how I understand it. So it's best to have money already before doing options. That way you can buy close to or in the money a few weeks out. So you can buy them when they're already in the money. So they're already, say they're a $5 strike price. You could buy them at $5, but they're already trading at $5.50, for example. You could still buy them at $5, or would you pay $5.50? And then as let's say there's a 3-week expiry, you then get 3 weeks playing time, if you like. So if it goes up even more, you're making even more money. I think that's what I'm understanding there. Got it. So what's the downside then on buying calls apart from you would lose that premium that you pay? Is there another downside to it? And how do you sell them for a profit before they've expired? Is it if they go over the strike price, you can then start selling them at a profit, or if they get close to the strike price before expiry, you can sell them for a profit, or what? Close to the strike. Okay. So if it gets close to the strike, you can sell it for a profit. So if you've paid, let's say you've paid $10, you might be able to sell your contract for $15 if it's close to the strike price. So you're making $5. That's what I'm understanding there. I need some. Oh, it's here. Oh, I was on mute. Good job as a red button there. Tell me I'm on mute. Um, so my basic understanding is right then. I think what I would need to do is I would need to try it. I'd need to try it and see how it works. It's just okay. So in order to sell that call, someone has to be willing to buy it. So how do you put that on the market then? Or is it just there on the market and someone, do you tell your broker or what? Like paper trading options. You see, it's open. It's opening up a whole new world. So you know, oh, you set a limit order, and then if somebody hits your limit order, it sells. Okay, I understand. So a bit like shares, then you set your limits, and then puts is going the opposite way, isn't it? You're betting on the downfall. So yeah, I think what I'd need to do is try it. I think that's the only way I'd learn is by trying it. So I might look into it and see how I can buy them. Are we going to finish at 190? Are we going to finish at 190? Place your bets, gentlemen. What we got left? 10 minutes. What's AMC doing? Right, 9.29. So, you know, we've hit that support. So okay. We've maintained that. I want to have a look over a longer time period and see exactly where we're at in the bigger picture, because we like the bigger picture here. These are 15-minute candles, look. Not pretty when you see all that red. Thankfully, I'm colourblind. But yeah, there'll be some discouraged people today, I can imagine, with AMC. Denton. After hours AMC will pop to 950. I hope so. $9.50. Keep your hats on, troops. Keep your hats on. We're getting a nice little jump here, look. Nice little jump. What's the options on AMC then? Antero Midstream Corp. That's not it, is it? What are you doing? AMC Entertainment. There we go. Where are we? $9. 6,646. Half a million shares, just over. What's 950 looking like? Another same again. That $10 look. Oh, look at that. Between $10 and $11. I wonder if we get a little pump to $10 just before close. It's all the way up there, look. It's not looking likely, but you never know. You never know with these tickers. What about Clovis? Nope. Nothing special there. Staying above 190 on... let's watch it into the close closely. Do you think they're going to try and bring it down? Daisy, welcome. Daisy, welcome. Wrench Capital, yeah, I do. I watch their videos every day. Every morning I watch their videos. One of the first ones I look for. Very, very good indeed. Very good indeed. That's my weakness is what I like about Wrench Capital is they pull everything together. So they look at the MACD, the RSI, volume, puts, calls, and they put it all into context so that you understand everything. So yeah, he's one of my sources for my learning. I must admit, I do enjoy those videos. Yeah, if he's not worried, I'm not worried. Yeah, he's got that effect. He really has. Absolutely right. Um, and what I like is he helps to validate my thinking and my theory as well, because on my chart you'll see here I've had this marked up for a few days now, since it started. If I put it on the 5 minute, I've had this area marked up here as and he's talked about the same, about it being healthy and consolidation and strong and steady. So that kind of, when you're doing these kind of things, you're your own worst critic. Everybody always is, and you get imposter syndrome. Do I really know what I'm talking about? Stuff like that. So to get that validation from Wrench Capital, and others as well, it's nice for me, because I sit here doing this, and you're putting yourself out there, and there's some really really clever people out there, a lot cleverer than me, and I don't claim to be, an expert. I'm self-taught, as people know who are regulars here. But just to get that, well, he's talking about the same things that I'm seeing. It's really 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 nice for me as well. So yeah, I do appreciate his videos. So if anybody's not heard of them, anybody that's regular here has not heard of Wrench Capital, then definitely go and check out their videos as well. And again, they're short videos, like 10 minutes long, something like that. But he talks about everything. He looks at everything technical. So, good source of learning. Good source of learning for sure. 3 minutes left. Are they going to push for 950? GameStop, I think they're gonna try and get it below 190. Surely, that's going to be their target. We're right on the nose. Right on the nose. Going into the Easter weekend. Thanks, Daisy. I appreciate that, mate. Really. Like I said, you put yourself out there. You just sit there. The first the first few streams I did, I was talking to myself for an hour, which is quite nice, quite therapeutic. At least I listen, But then I got bored with me. So it's nice to have some people in the chat, and I'm glad people are enjoying it and being here. So all good, all good. And I miss it. I'm not the only one to say it. People have said it as well. I miss it when the weekend's here, and it's a long weekend now, so we'll see. Just got a death cross there, but it's on the 1 minute chart, so just take it with a pinch of salt. But come on, 190, everybody. Let's push, push. 2 cents, man. There you go. Hold, finish, close the market, close, close. Yes, go, go, go. Go. Thanks, Daisy. Yeah, that video, it keeps popping up. That'll be one in about 20 years time, when I've got 640 subscribers. People will say, "Oh, I saw that old video of yours, Mark." Again, just an honest opinion. I like all three of them. I was watching Bruce earlier today. I watched some interviews that Andrew Mo Money had done. Trades. He's been off air for a couple of days, but I think he's got dodgy eyes. He's had problems with his eyes. Had to have steroids injected into him or something. So there we go. Closed above 190. Look at that. 190 and 60 I'm showing on the close. What did we do on AMC? 939. So there we go. That's it, troops. Oh, there you go. Speaking of Trey, look at that. George, he calls it a George W. Look at that. One for you, Trey, if you're watching. Probably. If you're watching this, mate. Yeah, so that's it into the weekend. Again, you know, I'm gonna try and justify AMC and try and put it into my summary on AMC. Is two things today. Look at the market generally. It's generally a red market, certainly on the tickers that we've got on our watch list here. And I believe that there's more to that article, that CEO speaking today. I think there's more to it because, like I've said, there's no reason to regurgitate that news that people already know. And for me, that's doing your shareholders a disservice, and it's I don't want to say it's helping the hedge funds because I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist, but that's my honest observation. They've been advantaged today, and we've been disadvantaged by the words that guy's spoken, and I don't understand it. I think we might see some fallout from that. It's going to scare people, of course it is. Maybe there's people that have got into it that weren't aware that it was a possibility. But I think up until today, that was baked in. It was baked into the price. People knew that was coming, or they know it's coming, and that was already factored in there. So, and I think him just regurgitating that today hasn't done the cause any favours, but we shall see. We bounced off that support line, so we're not too bad. The volume's low. I don't believe this is retail selling. I think this is pure manipulation. The same here with these bits, and these drops this morning for sure. But we see this. I mean, this is a regular theme, isn't it? We see this a lot. So take from that, troops, what you will going into the weekend. The most important thing is relax. If it's stressing you out, it's probably you're in too deep. And that is me being brutally honest, and I keep saying it, but that's what I want to be honest. So that is it, troops. Market closed. It's Easter weekend, so they've got a bit of culture for you. So in the Czech Republic, where I am, they've got this weird, what do you call it, custom, where on Sunday the men go round with little whips made of it's like bark, bark that you pull off a tree, and when it's wet you can fold it and whatnot, and it's all weaved together. And you go round to people's houses and you knock on the door and you chase the women round and you catch them and you start whipping them. Like the first time I was here, so when I first came here in 2014 with my ex-partner, we were here for Easter and nobody had told me about this weird custom that they have. And all of a sudden there was these guys turning up, knocking on the door, chasing my missus around the house and whipping her. And I was just sat there like, what's going on here? So, reed. That's it, Denton. Thanks, mate. Yeah, they make them of reeds. And they go around whipping the women. So I won't partake this year because I find it all... Being English, we're a bit prudish about stuff like that, so I find it all a little bit weird. But it's one of their traditions. So I might venture out into town and watch all the blokes running round trying to catch all the women and give them a good whipping for Easter. And it apparently it promotes fertility. So just I guess at Denton, I'm checking flights right now. Yeah. Get yourselves over, boys. It's a free-for-all, really. Nobody even asks where you're from. You don't even need to be known. You just turn up and start whipping people. So but it's things that the kids do as well. So my son he'll take the whip and he'll whip his grandma and his mum, and they say this weird little poem as they're doing it. So it's just one of those cultural things. You can have that one for free, troops. You can go and impress your friends and say, oh, did you know in Czech Republic this weekend the men will be running round whipping the women? So yeah, it's. I won't be doing that. But anyway, there we go. Relax over the weekend. Have a great time. When are you going to see the van? So the van. So the van, I've got the van. I've bought the van. I put a video up today of connecting the phone to the head unit. I did that today because you all know I'm not very techie, and I've put it off. I've had the van for about a month, and because there's quite a strict lockdown here, I've not been able to go anywhere really. So I've had the van for the month, and it's got literally 200 miles on the clock just from driving around the local district. But I've done a couple of videos on it. So last week it had its windows tinted. Today I did a little video on how to do the app connect, as it's called, so that you get all the apps that are compatible with the head unit from your phone onto the touchscreen head unit, which is convenient. And then I did a short video on having a look round the van, why I chose certain features and stuff like that. So go and check those out if you haven't seen those already. And then the conversion is booked in June, and I'm driving it over to the UK and getting it done over there. So we're still a bit away off getting the conversion done. But that's the plan for the channel later in the year, is travelling around Europe in the van with the bike, doing some cycling, doing some camping in the van, and doing some trading in the evenings, and doing some live streaming from the van. So we're diversified here. We're not just a two-stock channel. We are still going to be around when the GME and AMC saga is done. Although I may be doing live trading from a yacht in the harbour in Monaco if all goes to plan. So we shall see. But that's the plan for the channel. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I've wanted a camper van for over 20 years. So to get one this year was like almost like a lifelong achievement. And I've been quite particular on how I'm having it converted. I'm not getting all the kitchen and everything in there. I'm a bit OCD. I don't want to be cooking where I'm sleeping and that sort of stuff. And being ex-army, I don't mind being sat out the back with a camp stove and cooking some beans and whatnot. So that's it. That's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what I've been aiming for quite a few years. So there you go. What we saying? Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing to the hedges. Exactly. We're going to be running around whipping them, or they'll be in jail getting whipped, and they won't be getting whipped with a reed. I wish we sold those vans in the USA. Yeah, so you can't get the transporters, I understand, which is a shame. Absolute workhorse. I mean, aside from being a good camper van or a good van to convert, I mean, I see them driving around here. Some of them are 25 years old and got 500,000 kilometers on the clock, and they're still going. They're absolute workhorses. And when I was looking at vans to convert, one I'm a VW fan, so I was biased already, because I've had just about every Volkswagen Golf you can imagine. And the reason I went for the Volkswagen over a Ford or a Nissan is because the body and the chassis is galvanized dipped, which the others aren't, which is why they last so long. Which is the rust just doesn't kick in like it does on the others. So, I mean, I was already biased towards VW. It was always going to be a VW. But before I spent the money, I wanted to see what else was on the market now because I was thinking 20 years ago and, technology moves on. But reading all the forums and the feedback and everybody's opinions, it was like, and even those that had bought Fords, Nissans, Opels, and done them up, there was a lot of people saying, wish we'd spent the extra money on the Transporter, because firstly, they last longer. Secondly, they hold their value more. And thirdly, there's just a bit more of a cult following, because I have been around VWs for so long. There's shows going on all the time and all over Europe, so it's that scene that I'm interested in as well. And when we open up post-COVID, that's what I want to do with my boy. I want him to experience that kind of thing where, we just say one weekend, right, son, let's go to, there's a VW show just across the border in Germany. Let's pack up the van and go, and just see, just get him to enjoy that and build those memories for him as well. So, that's the story behind the van. We need to van swap when AMC is over. Yeah. I bet you're tested on the water. There you go then. You can come and be chief skipper. There you go. Denton, I made $7,500 off my TDI and got to keep the car. Nice one. Burhay, is that right? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you here. Thanks for the crazy awesome co-link. That's great, man. No worries. I've been hodling a sizable amount, in fact, both AMC and GME. Did you happen to make that site, or is it from someone else? No, it's a site that I was made aware of a few days ago. So, I'm happy to share these things. I don't hide anything. I don't claim any credit for this. I stumbled across it. I can't even remember how. I think maybe another YouTuber must have mentioned it, and I've picked it up from there. So, it is what it is. Good site. I like it. It's easy for me because I don't have to spend time trying to work out the percentage drop. The price. I mean, I know it needs to be a 10% drop, but trying to work out the price. So, and it gives you all the data that you would generally go and have a look at before the market opens. I would go and look at anyway, so it gives you that information. But welcome, and it's for GME as well. So you got your GME and AMC there. You can flick between the two. So kudos to whoever put that together. It's fantastic, isn't it? So yeah. First time on the channel. Yeah, welcome. Nice to hear about that goal for you and your son. Thank you, sir. He's my life. He's my only child. So, he's gonna get I'm not gonna say he gets spoiled because he doesn't. He gets well treated, but I'm very I set boundaries for him. He doesn't get away with everything, that's for sure. He knows where the boundaries are. Nice pronunciation. Thank you. Yeah, what can I say? Lucky guess. Don't want to take away from what you're going over, but what do you typically go over in this channel for those two stocks? DDs, news releases, technical analysis, etc. Basically, we do focus on the charting a lot. We watch the charts a little bit. And yeah, so for example, today we've looked at the news from the CEO, his interview. We touched on that at the start of this stream. And we will look at, if there's some news out, we will look at that. We'll have a quick look at Reddit. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to become somebody who just reads other people's due diligence or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I like the charting. I like watching the chart and plotting things and seeing if trend lines hold and things like that. So that's what I prefer to do. But also regular visitors here will tell you that we look at other stocks as well. We don't just look at these. We've got a growing watch list that we go and have a look at. And if somebody names a stock, we'll go and have a look at it. We'll look at what news is out there and all that sort of stuff. So, if that's what you want, that's great. But also, I'm open. This isn't it's my channel for me to sit here and do what I want to do. If I did that, then what's the point of you guys being here? I like this interaction. I like sitting here and sharing ideas and whatnot. So anything goes really. And I'm also here to learn. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I do want to learn. So if people can come here and help me learn and understand a little bit more, then I'm all for it. So, we were talking earlier about options. Somebody asked me if I'd got options. I've never done it, and we've had a little bit of a chat about that. So, there we go. Last comment for now. No worries, Bear. It's an open channel, really. The more people chat amongst us, the better. That's it. A great personal channel right now. Till Mark blows up and forgets his regulars. No chance at all. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm a people person, and people can say this about themselves, and people can say things about themselves on YouTube, and then they back off and they're somebody completely different. And I can see how people get drawn into that way when you're doing something and all of a sudden it takes off. You can get swept away in it, but I like to think that I'm not a kid. I'm 45 years old, and one thing that I do pride myself on is and one thing which I've been recognised for, not just once in the past but several times, is the fact that I'm a people person, and I credit a lot of where I come from, not England in particular. I mean, from the north of England, where generally, and there'll be some people from the south of England who watch this and go, he's wrong, you northern monkey. That's what they call us. But, they generally up north, we're a little bit more open and a little bit more friendly. So to give you an example, if you go to a pub in London and you try and speak to somebody at the bar, like somebody you don't know, if you just walk up to them and go, hello mate, how you doing? How's your day? They'll probably go, yeah, I'm all right, and look at you as if you've got three heads, pick up their drink and walk away. Whereas if you go into a bar where I come from, people would approach you and say, hello mate, how you doing? Not seen you around here before. What's your story? Where are you from? Come and join us. Come and have a drink with us. That sort of thing. So I've kind of grown up in that socially open environment. And I was taught from a very early age to respect people, no matter what walk of life they're from, no matter where they are. And I don't put people on different levels. And in my job, sometimes in my job, I'm briefing COOs and CEOs. And that's not me BSing, that's a fact. And at other times, I'm on the shop floor auditing people like welders. So you've got to be able to speak in that kind of employment role. You've got to be able to speak everybody's language. And also, the military background helps as well. It centres you as a person, and it grounds you as a person, and it keeps you humble because you realise that it's all about teamwork, and you can't do anything on your own. You can do things on your own, but it becomes very lonely very quickly, and you can be quickly alienated. So my point being, I've worked in a lot of managerial positions, and I still have people now who I've not managed and not worked with for 12 years. And I'm still in touch with them now. We still meet up when I go back to the UK and have dinner and have a beer. We're still in touch on WhatsApp and that sort of thing. And they're always asking me, Mark, if there's any, opportunity to get back together as a working relationship, let me know. So I like to think I'm one of those people that doesn't get swept away in anything, and you know, would never take people for granted. So quite a long-winded way of saying, quite a long-winded response. I better to your point, but I hope you get my point in that, you know, every single person that contributes to this channel is a contributor, and I respect people's time that they you know take the time to post a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, come and chat here. There's so many choices out there, you know. So to have people sat here listening to me talking, it's like phenomenal for me, you know, and that humbles me. It really does humble me. So anyway, let's move on from that. Right, what else we got? I better. My stock knowledge is throwing it all at AMC and holding. There you go. It's not a bad strategy, and you're not on your own. Not on your own. There you go. Uh, where are we? Hi, Gerbert. Sorry, just seeing your message now. I hope that's the correct pronunciation as well. How are you doing? If you're still here, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Berhe, great, thank you. I've been sticking to listening to a few folks that add value and not repeat whatever they hear or just get fan subs by screaming, we're mooning, we're mooning. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And, you know, I like to think I'm not going down that way. All this charting that I do, it's my interpretation of what I'm seeing. You know, I don't need to be, of course you can reference people and you can reference things and, you know, but I'm the same. I don't want to be plagiarizing other people's work. It's not for me. I gotta go, mate, but can you say Skittles? Why? Why is that, Denton? What's so funny about that? Skittles. Is that funny? I don't know. Virginia, my wife's from San Antonio. I did recruiting in Midland. Also Virginia. Gerberts is in Virginia. Denton, California. God, man, there's people from everywhere. It's brilliant. Bear, yeah. So we were talking about Runge Capital earlier. Trace Trades, yeah, I know him. And the Masked Investor. I've not watched so much of him, but I do. I'm trying to catch up on people because I've been told about. So somebody mentioned, well, a few people mentioned Matt Kors, and do you know what? I've tried to watch him, and you know, nice guy, seems nice guy. I don't get inspired. I don't get inspired by him too much. I think his tempo is a little bit slow for me. I think nothing against him. I think you know, just his tempo. It seems a little bit slow for me. But the Masked Investor, I've got to watch a little bit more of. Max Ma, I've got to watch, Max Ma, I've got to watch a little bit more of. So can't count my Skittles. Did I say that? There you go. So yeah, I'm watching as many people as I can, you know, just to see what other people are saying and doing, really. And you know, you never stop learning. That's my philosophy. I bet I'd get it, and don't think we'd let you forget it. No, don't ever let me forget it, really. Bear, you're good from what I've heard and observed so far. Yeah, I did. I did actually. Bear, you're right. I did a video Uncle Bruce, Trey, and Andrew Mo Money. And I just mentioned in there that, I've been watching Trey's videos, and, as a fellow soldier, I hope his injuries or his conditions, don't affect him longer term. So, yeah. Gilbert's thoughts on MVIS. So we've been watching this. Have we left the fibs on? We have left the fibs on. So we marked up that pullback, that retracement from yesterday, and we left it this morning. Where's the start for today? Here somewhere. Here. So we left it after about an hour. I was on for about an hour this morning. We left it here, and it was just falling down here. So 61.8% pullback. It's not ideal, but it's held in that zone. It's held in that zone. So it's dropped just below there, actually. It's in that 76.4% zone. And I've not read enough news. I'll be honest, Gerberts, I've not read enough news to fully understand what the announcement and what the next catalyst is, because obviously this was a lot of selling. There's a lot of people that have been holding it, and there's been a bit of a sell-off. So now I think there'll be a watching brief. People wait and see what it does, and they'll wait and see if there's any follow-up news that comes out. That's what I think will happen. So if there's some positive follow-up news, you'll get another catalyst that takes you up, I think. But this has been talked about a lot. It's a stock that's been mentioned a lot over a lot of forums. So I'm not surprised to see it pop as it has done. And it's just a case now of, can it maintain it, or will it come back down to these levels, around where it was trading before it popped around $13.50. So we'll see. Keep an eye on the news on that one, I'd say. There is a Discord. You're right, Squirrel. Let me just copied. I'll put my... Again, I'm still learning about Discord. But if anybody wants to join the Discord, there it is. There's my username. And then I can invite you into the Mark My Words server, whatever that means. So if anybody wants to jump in there, you're more than welcome. It's to chat through the day. Anybody... I'm all about sharing information and tips, and, anybody's got any watching the market at the time and you get a sniff, or, there's some news that you've seen released and you want to share it with people, then let's do it. Let's do it. Best name, yeah. It used to be... so when I was working in Abu Dhabi, there was me and my mate, Fergus, and we used to go to the weekly pub quiz at one of the hotels in Abu Dhabi. And that was our quiz team name, No Forking Clue. I mean, in the UK, that's a throwaway phrase. People use it all the time in that context, as a pub quiz team name and that sort of thing. So it's not unique to me. It's not something that I came up with. It's something that I've borrowed from back home. So yeah, and if you're on StockTwits, I'm on StockTwits as well. Same handle. If anybody's trading on eToro, then I do trade some on eToro, which is where my GME holdings are actually. I trade on there under the same username, and also on Reddit. I'm on Reddit under the same handle as well. So if you want to hook up with me there, more than welcome, more the merrier. Bear, my hope is to connect fellow hodlers and folks like you to put out good content whenever I come across. Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, and I hope that we are putting out. I am putting out good content. Certainly seems that way. People are coming back, so that's good to know. And if I'm not, like I said, this channel isn't just for me. It's for people to partake in as well. So if I am doing something you don't like, tell me, let me know, and we'll address it. Mavis, here we go. recommend folks keeps an eye on it. I've had shares of it for over a month. I was excited about the news yesterday. Pentagon, but that's definitely for MSFT, not 100% for Mavis. Ah, there you go. So there you go, Bear. Yeah, you've got more of an insight, more of an insight than I have. Yeah, like we said, just keep checking the news, keep reading what's coming out, because what you find is they do these announcements. Companies make these announcements, and they put all the good stuff out, and then the finer detail tends to come out later on. So, yeah, there you go. Last thing, Roll. Who's watching this on the toilet? Amazing. Thank you. What a thought. There you go. Beautiful. And on that note, troops, I'm going to knock it on the head. It's 10:30 here in Europe, so it's past my curfew. And I wish you all a very, very good Easter. Have a great time with your families. Get out there and do some whipping. And if they start complaining, say, hey, cultural diversity. Bringing a bit of Europe to the States. So, listen, next week I do have my parental responsibilities. The good thing is the clocks have now changed. So, Power Hour is from 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. And usually my son is in bed until... in bed by 8 o'clock, asleep by 8:30. So keep an eye out for Power Hour live streams. If I can't do Power Hour live streams, I will definitely be pushing out my regular summary videos before at the end of the trading day. So do keep an eye out for those as well if I can't do a live stream. And my next guaranteed live stream will be next Friday Power Hour when the sun goes back. Actually, 3 o'clock handover. I'll be able to do definitely next Friday Market Open and Power Hour. During the week, not so sure. Keep an eye out. That's all I can say. But listen, thanks ever so much to everybody who has joined in and participated. I really, really appreciate it. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy it. Don't worry about this. What will be, will be. I'm sure one day we'll all be on the moon together. In the meantime, folks, troops, that's it from me. So good evening. Cheers, troops.